maybe you don't have to fight, or maybe you're in the fight of your life and there's really nothing that's going to, stop it. There's nothing that's going to prevent you from being in this fight for dignity, right? Everyone has to have some dignity, but some people, they just don't have dignity. There's just something wrong with them. Like me, like there's something wrong with me, but I got tired of that. I got tired of like there's something wrong with me. There's something wrong with me. There's something wrong with me. Because that's all it ever is. It's just like, okay, there's something wrong with me. Let me go talk to someone about how what's wrong with me. There's something wrong with me. It's always there's something wrong with me. And the truth is there is something wrong with there's something wrong with me for sure. There is something definitely wrong with me. But I've learned to relax a little bit. I've learned to, take my time, take it at my own pace. And even though I have a whole spiel of kind of problems, going on inside of my head, it's probably not as bad as some people, but it's probably way worse than most people. In fact, probably a low percentage of people actually have like some serious mental problems. And for me to sit here and like, admit that, right? So if you admit that, then you probably did what you probably shouldn't do because you're gonna lose some dignity. I feel like even though there's nice people, right? Like there's nice people out there, like there's understanding people, they're compassionate, like they'll help you out. Like we're here to help, donate to charity and all this crap. You know what I mean? We're gonna help people with cancer and AIDS and kidney infections and everything, whatever birth defects, mental problems, everything that's wrong, help them. You know what I mean? Which, yeah, okay, helpful, wish the best for people, try to at least like, you know, save your own dignity. But maybe we don't have any dignity. Maybe it's all just a paradox, contradiction, because as human beings, we're always trying to keep our dignity. It's sacred. We'll kill for that dignity. We'll fight for that dignity. We need to keep our dignity. And dignity is respect, Probably two different things, but it's pretty similar. Keep your dignity, keep your respect, you know. And it's kind of crazy because it's just like you can't just have respect. That's the thing. For me, it's like I just feel like no one really respects me. I feel like a lot, or like I don't really have dignity or something, unless especially on the inline on the inline outline on the online environment. It's like everybody's trying to save some face, keep some dignity, be better than the other person, be more popular, do something better than the other person. And um I think some people get pulled in and they're kind of brainwashed in a way, but I don't know. It's crazy to talk about it because it's like when you invest yourself into something, no matter what it is, if you lose out or doesn't turn out the way that you want it to, or it just ends up boring and just the same thing over and over, then maybe you know maybe there was no dignity or respect to be gained or something. Or it's like we can sit here and and just not do anything, right? If everybody just sat here and didn't do anything with their lives, work normal jobs, nothing was really interesting, and we're just all like there's no respect to gain, right? And I think some people do that, which is crazy. Like some people actually don't really like need to earn your respect. They don't need to save some face. They don't need to, you know, savor their dignity. And that's kind of my mentality is like I get that like people don't have to respect me. Like, some people you got to earn their respect, especially when it comes to like doing comedy or whatever. It's like, dude, you can't just like, just because you think you're good and you go in and you're just not and you're in denial and you won't accept it, you're too proud. And and so it's like okay, 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 but when people have to maintain and preserve that dignity, that respect, all that stuff, it makes them want to quit. It makes them want to just not try to do anything where they can gain some more dignity or respect. I feel like so to be dignified, there's just so many things you could be dignified, respect for. You know what I mean? It's like it's crazy. It's crazy. Just how like you're not respected in that way, right? Or there's a certain thing like playing a video game, and get respect for that. But in other ways, you might not be respected. Like, are you really respected as a person or something? That's what I feel like. I'm like, does anyone really care about you? That's kind of the funny thing about trying to be online and stuff, because I just feel like it's all so fake, and like I don't want to like tell people that or promote that or whatever. I'm like, I guess I just live the lie. Like, hey, we're just gonna make this stuff, and yes, we're best friends, and yes, you can consume this entertainment. I don't know. It's like I guess maybe it doesn't exist like that, you know, like like you're just a person making entertainment to use people. I don't know, man. You should like I don't know. You should just look at it more professional. Like, hey, if I can make some stuff that people like, then you know that's cool. That's cool, man. That's the way I feel about it. I don't really feel like I'm trying to be anyone's friend or trying to pitch them some curveball like they owe me some respect or something, or I'm trying to keep my dignity for my massive ego, like the dignity of my massive ego, you know, brush it off my shoulder. It's kind of crazy because I mean I think you do kind of evolve with the whole ego thing. Like once you become like conscious of it and you start realizing what the hell is really going on, you know, I feel like you calm down a little bit. Like if you're one of the smart people that are like just really dial into what's going on. Because like me sitting here, I could be all like teeth out, you know, trying to sink my teeth into some grub here, like you know, like trying to prove something, you know, trying to earn respect, dignity, keep my dignity. I guess there's a lot of people probably lose their dignity trying to earn respect, you know, which is pretty crazy because you know, I feel like I have before, but then I realized I didn't really have to participate in it. It's almost like if you play a sport, right? You don't really have to play in a professional competition, but you can go over here and do your thing, and no one cares about that. As long as no one's paying attention to you, who cares, right? You don't have to keep any dignity. You're just a person doing something, right? But then you subject yourself to the highest standards, you know, and it's like you lose some dignity there. You accept your place, right? I think sooner or later you got to accept it. It's painful though, but you got to get over that too. So it's all just like this hardcore, intense extreme of you saving face and you keeping your dignity. But even more than that, because I think you can keep your dignity, but then if you risk something, then it's almost like you fell down. Oh my God, you lost, you know, type stuff like that. And I almost think it's just like people are brainwashed to give into it, and it's all dramatized, and it's all just like, it's just all BS. It's just entertainment, you know? Like that's all it really is. So if you really look at it like that, then who cares? If you like participating, then participate. You know what I mean? Like even if you don't win all the time, like me, like I do a lot of stuff. I don't win all the time. It sucks to admit that, but it's like you know. but you know, then again, I could sit here and just be like, yeah, I win. I win everything. Like I'm a winner. Like I don't even care if I lose. I still win the feeling of confidence. It is kind of well, it is kind of different to have. Well, well, if you think about it, you have the confidence to do this thing, well, other people might not have confidence to do it, right? Video games. I use video games as an example. You have confidence. You just have the confidence to play video games. You know, I've known a lot of people that can't even play video games. It blows me away. I'm like, dude, you can't play video games. Like, you literally can't. Like, you just, what the hell? What the hell is even going on here? I don't understand how you can't do that. So if you have the confidence to do something, then I mean, I guess you just got to build upon it. You know, it takes time. It takes time to build like real confidence. You know, and so I don't know. I think it's and see this is kind of the conclusion I reach so many times with so much stuff. I'm just like Dude, this is all BS. This is all like paradoxical, you know, pinnacle of man stuff. The man achieving something. I don't know. It's always about that, isn't it? And so I don't know, man. It's almost like just like this philosophical type thought process I get involved in, and I'm just like, I don't know. Maybe this is why some people hate the whole philosopher thing. You got this philosopher guy, saying all this smart, wise stuff, aged so much. Probably just from stuff he read on the internet, mostly, right? Well, I guess it comes from just watching so many movies and shows and cartoons and listening to so much music, and then you're just like this massive, like, I don't even know how I became such like a massive like orb or something. I'm just like this center point. I'm everything. I don't know, like I'm just such this like compacted, like concentrated substance of truth. And I'm just like, how did this even happen? But to reach the conclusion every time that it almost doesn't matter because I don't feel like even like it's almost like maintaining respect and dignity is just BS in my eyes. So it's like it's just all entertainment to me, you know. But I guess if you really look at it, it's like you don't like say you're a person who's making jokes and stuff, like and you make some internet comedy stuff and you don't get much attention, you fail like usually most people do. If you just woke up one day and you're like, I'm gonna do this, and then you put it out there like, oh, why didn't I go viral? Then you shouldn't be surprised for one. But at that point you have no dignity. So it's probably hard to go keep on going. And that's one thing I kind of got through is like the whole, you know, like people like do that to you almost like it's like this thing that gets forced on you, like this subconscious thing, like you are shamed, you are bad, we don't like you, we hate you, stop. It's just like this feeling that I get, and it's like a lot of stuff I realize is almost exists in my own imagination, like the way I think of people how they are. It just kind of exists in my own imagination. It's kind of hilarious, really, the way my brain works. It's like it's just not even saying like I'm a funny, like looking at me like, oh, that guy's just such a funny person. It's just like it's just hilarious that I think this way. Just like I'm not in control of that, so it's like, this is, I'm out of here.